What I tell people is, first of all, when you put your product in, have your hair be soaking wet. Now, people with super tight 4C hair, you'll think you're wet, you're not going to be wet enough. Like, it needs to be so wet that you can get in there in your scalp, and it's like that you're going to be able to see a curl pattern when you drag your conditioner through. So get it as wet as you can when you put your product in. And then again, sort of section your hair a little bit. If you have really tight hair, the more you section it, the better curl pattern you'll get. For people who have really loose, wavy hair, that's another, its own like challenge. And so what you want to do is, your hair will be all wet, you'll get out of the shower, actually take a microfiber or old cotton t-shirt or paper towel if you're super picky, and kind of get some of the water out of there, and just so you're not dripping, and then you can put your product in. We prefer gels for the most part. Gels, glazes, those are good. And you want to take it in your hand, rub it in like hand lotion so it's all over, and then just gently take it through with your fingers. Really try to stay away from any combs. Combs basically separate the curl. Think about when you have a piece of rope, if you sat there and you ripped apart each little bit, it would just be frayed stuff. That's what you're doing when you take a comb, because the comb's little teeth are just separating the beautiful big curl. And a lot of people will use like a 9-row brush and try to do it that way. Again, you're putting a lot of tension when your hair is the weakest. Your hair is the weakest when it's wet. So the more tension you put on it when it's wet, the more it's going to break. That's why when somebody does a blowout on you straight, like we still have people who want straight blowouts. I'm not the hair police. If you want that, sure, we're going to do it. Try to remove water, because if you're just sitting there with a brush with super wet hair, you're basically cooking the hair, And then you'll have people who put way too much oil on it when they're blowing it dry. Think about that smell. You're basically taking an egg and like frying it on the hair. You have all that oil on your hair, and now you're going to go, tss, tss, you're frying your hair. So again, if you're going to do the curly thing, just the thing that you can immediately do that's going to make it better is put your product in while it's really wet. Then I always tell people, take a lot, drag it through until you see a pretty curl pattern form. Then flip your hair back, find your part if you're going to wear a part. Take a little more product, smooth down those little edges there, and it should look pretty. If it looks like pretty ringlety curl, good. If you want a little lift, then you can do the clips, which I always tell people, you can go to our website and they kind of show, I'm on YouTube, and it shows clipping, how to do clipping. Because there's different ways to clip. You can do a little half pin curl. You can just take a clip and just slide it through to like lift it, or sometimes just right down the middle, like stick it right there. Then let it dry until it feels kind of crispy and you're like, ew, I hate that feeling. Ding, that means it's timer's up. Now you can squeeze it and you should have a nice curl pattern.